The fact that one day he came face to face with a lion. All of David's men, all of David's leaders had to deal with different challenges. Their challenges were oftentimes presented through people. They faced Philistines and Egyptians. They were oftentimes outnumbered. Oftentimes they were coming up against armies that were larger and better equipped than they. But only Benaiah comes face to face with a real live beast. Now, read his resume. It doesn't say anything about the fact that he was a lion tamer. It simply says that he was a valiant man, that he was a fighter. Simply means that he was a warrior, but it did not ever say that he had experience dealing with animals. But the day came when he found himself face to face with a wild beast. You must understand, he's not just face to face with any kind of animal. He's face to face not with an elephant, not with a tiger, not with a snake, not some other animal, but the lion. The lion is the king of the jungle. You've got to understand, this is not the animated king as the one who's on the Lion King. This is not a lion without courage such as the one on the Wizard of Oz. He's face to face with a real life lion, the king of the jungle. I wonder, why did they call the lion the king of the jungle? We understand that the lion does not roam in the jungle, but there are some who think that the lion is called the king of the jungle because his mane says something about the fact that it is a natural crown. It makes him look like he's a king. There are others who say that the lion does not fear any other animal. In fact, the only real enemy to a lion is a hyenas, because the hyenas eat the same food as the lion, and oftentimes they're in contest for their prey. But there's no other animal who bothers the lion. He's known as the king of the jungle. The lion is so in control that he just lies around and chills out all day long. He lays around for about 20 hours of a day without ever moving. The thing perhaps that really makes the lion the king of the jungle is the lion's strength and his power. It is said that the lion has so much strength in his paw that with one stroke of his paw he can crush a human skull, which is the strongest bone in the body. And what you have to understand is that this text becomes relevant to you and I, because what you will understand about Benaiah is that he's not just facing the lion, but rather this lion that he faces represents the fact that he has come face to face with the most difficult moment of his life. He's dealt with people here and there, but now he is face to face with the very thing that is able to crush him. Just one swing of a lion's paw and it would be over for him. Therefore, out of all of his fights, in the midst of every struggle, in the face of every challenge, this appears as the hardest. This is the most difficult, the greatest challenge that he has ever faced. He's standing face to face with the lion. He's in the very situation that could crush him, and with just one swing, it could all be over. Can I just pause and ask this morning, how many of you have ever been at a place where you say, this has been the hardest day of my life? How many of you have ever experienced what seemed to have been the darkest and most difficult thing that you've ever had to contend or deal with? What's been the thing that could have crushed you into a million pieces? What lion have you had to stand toe to toe with and look eye to eye? What is it that has seemingly stood before you as a challenge with the ability to crush you with just one swing? Was it the death of some loved one? Was it some major mistake or gross error of judgment? What lion have you had to come face to face with, crushed by an unexpected unexpected experience? What is it that has pushed you to your breaking point? What was the greatest level of disappointment you've ever had to face? And the truth of the matter is that all of us will have some lion with which we'll have to face.